Hey, good morning, Glitch. How are you doing, sir? Oh, God. Get everything sit where I can see. There we go. All right. Let's just do the thing. Show the game. How you doing, Amy? Good morning. All right. I need to run and pick up a few things at Orison. And I still need to finish moving stuff around in the ship. Oh, did it say end and not starting? I probably didn't push the right button. I thought I hit start, but old man brain. What did I do? What are you doing, old man? All right. Never want to go to ARC L2. Why? What happened at ARC L2? Which one is L2? Is that the one that's in the middle of nowhere? I can ask Star Map, please.
Hello, how can Miss help you today? Systems on.
No, that's L3 that I was thinking of. Which one is L2? Oh, good grief. Oh, L2 is the backside of Arcor, right? Oh. All right, let's see. Let's get out of the station. Man, you know what? I don't generally go to Arcor very often. The content there is, for me, traditionally has been goofy, glitched, just kind of disappointing because I'd like to work up the Pacheco rep again and get the prison transport mission because it was one of those that was a little more interesting. There was stuff to do. You had to think just a little bit other than just shoot people. All right. Okay, we're gonna bounce over to Orison real quick. Grab a couple of paints that I grabbed to see how they look. And a knick-knack or two. And store that back home at L2. And then we'll probably drop by IAE because I still don't have my IAE badge. I still don't have my bounty hunter badge either. I have zero faith in the tracking for this IAE Academy thing. Very annoying. You'll stick to L1. Huh? It's kind of neat that L2's on the backside, right? Like every once in a while I visit Microtech L2 since it's on the backside of Microtech, which is about as out of the way as you can get other than being near Microtech. I like the crew L2 Lagrange points. Every once in a while I get a mission to go there. But what's kind of nice there is, again, it's out of the way. Kind of the middle of nowhere. There's no station at crew L2, though. All right, I don't think there's a station at all at L2. Because we've got Grimhex. Yeah, it's just asteroids. Yeah. But sometimes the mission for the October Rising, the Operation Steel mission will be there. Very out of the way. I'm just ready to nest out of my ship, right? We'll get there. We're getting there, but we're still not there yet. But I would like to be able to just, stay at the ship. I was this close today, this close to applying the Perseus CCU to my Carrack, just so that I could have the Polaris to poke at a little bit. I do think that it's going to be the choice I'm going to make in the long run, but I was like, no, there's not really any advantage. You're not really going to do anything in the Polaris. Don't do it. Just wait, just and see. Because, I mean, my fear is I'll do the Perseus, and then there'll be some other ship they'll introduce at some point. It'll be a $5 upgrade for the Carrack, and I'll be like, no, that'll be the one. That's the one I want to do. And it'll be too late, because my Carrack and my EM2, for that matter, I've got a number of ships that are part of a exploration pack, so I can't just melt it and buy it back. I would have to ask them to take a CCU off of a ship in that package, because I definitely don't want to melt it. If I melted it, I'd lose a whole crap ton of CCUs that have been applied, which have value to the hangar. I mean, I'd still have the ships and the credit, the money that's been spent, but some of those CCU deals don't exist anymore. All right, we need to go to Orison. We should be close enough for that now. You're pushing the wrong button there, brother. I was like, are we actually going? I'm not sure. I was going to hop into, and I may still hop into 4.0, but I went to go hop into 4.0 first thing this morning, and almost immediately crashed the desktop. And I'm like, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that's true. Yep. Really ought to be able to rent it. And then I can poke at it if I really want to. But to be honest, I don't think I do. I don't really want to. It's just too big a ship. Part of it is just the OCD urge to apply the CCUs that I plan on applying. And it's like, you're not really helping yourself there right now, dude. I may apply the ironclad one. The only reason I haven't is there's a chance that I may want to go with the base ironclad instead of the assault ironclad, although the assault ironclad is the one with the repair station, I believe. And it's like, no, that's probably going to be the one you're going to want. But then I would get a Caterpillar loaner, and I haven't had a Caterpillar to poke at in a while. It's a very cool ship. Right, I do think there are a couple of rough edges that need to be cleaned up, but overall it's very cool. Yeah, but no tractor beams, right? Which, I mean, you can work around with the Atlas and the max lift beams and all of that, but it's a little weird, because I mean, it's still a big box ship, right? Why would it not still have tractor beams? That makes no sense whatsoever. Fewer tractor beams? Sure. But it still has a cargo grid, right? I mean, they show all these images and it's like, you're going to put tanks and shit in it. It's like, well, no, some people are going to still put some cargo in it, even if it's supplies. So I don't know. I know that some of it is just, game balance for game balance sake, and that's understandable, but you would still want tractor beams even if you were moving vehicles in it. There would be times when it would be far easier to just beam it, move that tank over there instead of having to drive it, especially if you need to move one over, right? Because you can't just drive it sideways. Although hover tanks would be cool. Except hover bikes are terrible. Check that. Hover tanks would not be cool. I know the Star Citizen hover tanks would be absolutely terrible. I'm thinking there was a book I read many years ago called Hammers Slammers that had hover tanks in it. And they were cool. Give me the Ranger and other wheeled bikes, but although the ground vehicles just desperately need improvement, period. The ground vehicles are awful for various reasons. Terrain not being a small one. All right, are you going to give me a gateway? I need a gateway. Gateway, please. Isn't the Storm a hover tank? It certainly behaves like a hover tank, doesn't it? I want to like the Storm too, because the Storm looks pretty cool. But what are they doing? Here's the Storm Scout tank. It's not really faster than the Nova main tank, so the Scout tank is good for what? I don't know. Whatever. We shouldn't even talk about ground vehicles. They're bad. All right. Come on, CIG. Am I stuck on a comm screen somewheres? Yeah. Oh, good grief, dude. Freaking finally. That request has already been granted. Really? Because I've been waiting for it for like 10 minutes, dude. You're fired. I had to get in the hangar and get landed before they try and close the door.
Landing gear down.
All right. Now, I need to store the ship because I want to put paint on the ship. And I need to store the rover because I want to put paint on the rover too. Good grief. Frame performance is just so snappy. Why do I have comms on my frickin' buggy? Not really sure what to think about, y'all. Playing Jokio drift in the snow, yeah. See, the thing is that the ground vehicles can be fun at some locations, right? And they're kind of fun to slide and drive on the ice. If you're not going to hit a rock and get bounced and tumbled over and high-centered and stuck and turned on your back and turtle shell and can't actually get your feet back under you, if that stuff doesn't happen, the ground vehicles can be fun. But then you start paying a little bit more attention, and it's like, why are they sliding like this? Why, and then they're missing certain things. Yeah, or invisible walls. I mean, they don't have to be terrible, but they often are.
To the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
All right. Misk, Star Lancer. No, I don't want to claim it. Why are you trying to claim it? It's on the fucking hangar floor right there. Oh, good God, this freaking game, man.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
Why can't basic shit just work?
Your vehicle has been delivered to the Please Visit Us Again.
With luck,
Bye.
it'll store the Star Lancer properly. Yeah, the Spartans were fun. I like the size of the Spartan, too. Right? There's some good stuff there. I know, but that's the kind of shit that I'm talking about that just needs to work, right? It took me forever to get a hangar, and then I finally get one, and I land properly, and it gives me the audio cue like it's actually properly landed, and then it didn't. It did actually store it. Let's see if it actually shows stored now. That would be nice.
To the ASOP vehicle retrieval
Or am I still going to have to claim it? I mean, at least I took the crate out of it earlier so that I don't have to worry about the inventory. Yeah, see, it's stored. Whatever, dude. Okay, let's store the Pisces. And then we'll store the rover. These are those basic fundamentals that just have to work. And I mean, there's usually workarounds, but after 10 years of playing the game, I know a lot of the workarounds. I'm not going to say I know them all, but all the new people don't know these struggles. Where's my livery? Where's my fucking livery, CIG? I bought a Star Lancer paint, the Mojave paint. All right, let me store the rover and then I'll relog again. And then everything will be okay, right? Surely then everything will be okay. I should claim the Saber while I'm at it, because I want to check some of the Saber paints. even though I expect they're all broken. Why are, actually, why is the hangar floor not up? It's going to open the door and it's going to eat the rover. Whatever. I don't even care. Don't care. Whatever.
Welcome to the ACE. Please visit us again. Welcome to the ASOC Vehicle Retrieval System.
RSI, URSA, medevac on pad. Okay, sure. Yeah, all right. Because claiming it makes sense. Whatever.
Your insurance claim.
Sure thing. Whatever, dude.
Thank you.
Aegis. Sabra. Claim.
Your insurance claim has been sent.
None. Do the thing.
Thank you.
And Firebird. Claim.
Your insurance claim has been sent.
Come on.
Thank you.
All right.
Visit us again. Goodbye.
Okay, whatever. Let's exit to, you know what, let's quit the game, relaunch the game. Yes, absolutely. I mean, like right there where it says Aero Review Hangars, there could be a garage right there or on the opposite side, especially in the large hangars. Right? Even if they only existed in the large hangars, that should be an option. But even the medium hangars, there's room for it. And somebody else made the suggestion that you could pull ground vehicles up on the cargo lifts, right? At least some of the ground vehicles, you'd be able to pull them up on the cargo lifts just fine, in our personal hangars at least. Anything. I shouldn't have to go to a large hangar and spawn my Carrack, just as an example, and get everything loaded up and then go, oh, I forgot to load a ground vehicle, so let me store this giant ship so I can pull out the rover and drive it out of the way, and then pull the Carrack back up. It's irritating. It's one of them things, I know they'll get it done, but you kind of would have thought they would have gotten it done in the first iteration. And this is the other problem with not having proper personal hangars at other locations, right? Because at least at other locations, if I was at home now at Orison, I could pull out all of my ground vehicles and park them around the outside of the hangar floor, right? And just leave them there, and they'll stay. And then I can pull a ship, and whenever I decide to go, okay, all right, I'm going to go ahead and pull that ground vehicle in here, because they stay at your personal hangar. Things are going okay. It's Star Citizen, so, it's hit and miss. But that's not the case when you borrow a hangar at another location, because that disappears, it despawns as soon as you leave the server, which means if you leave stuff at the hangar, it gets destroyed. So we need to be able to lease, rent, buy hangars at other locations so that we have proper persistence at the locations we're going to work out of. I mean, I know some people probably do live in their city hangars, but not me. I'm not interested in having to struggle with all of the city struggles, the poor frame rates, sometimes the trams don't work. Sometimes the elevator hangars don't work. I don't want to have to I don't want to have to deal with any of that when I'm getting ready for a play session. That's why, I'll visit the cities, but I definitely don't want to reside there. Yeah, it's still doing the thing every once in a while. I really need to get that SSD pulled out this coming weekend and see if that's what's causing it. I just have not. I gotta open the tower. I gotta unplug the fans on the bottom bracket and pull that bracket out, and then I can slide out the card, the GPU, and then finally remove the SSD. Liberator would be, it would be nice to have, but you still can't. You can't live on any ship right now 100% reliably. Right? I look forward to the carrier style ships for sure, but yeah, I appreciate you letting me know. I'm looking at my OBS right near my camera here, so I do see it when it happens usually. Out of the corner of my eyes, something's wrong. Where in the flying hell? Hello Kitty is the bloody spaceport here in Orson. Look for the flashing blue light, but it's the starfish looking configuration. Yeah. There's a 5-pronged starfish looking. It's not far from the Providence platform. Okay, let's see. We can check right now. Vehicles. Doop. Max. Come on. These spiders, good call. Yeah, all right, there it is. There's my livery. All right. Oh, come on. There it is. Save. All right. And then we'll go. I want to have a poke at those saber paints as well. Yeah, I've got two actually. I have an old one that I knew was having problems, and I did a low-level format on it and left it in the system as a secondary drive, which I honestly haven't even done anything else with except the low-level format. And I'm getting some unusual hesitation that looks like the drive is pegging out at 100% usage again, and that impacts the system as it does it. So I just need to pull it out and make sure that that's the problem. Because I replaced the drive a couple of weeks back. It was definitely the problem, a 980 Pro that crapped out in less than 2 years. I made a mistake by putting it back in because it was like, I hate to let it go. It's not that old. I wanted to low-level format it and see if it'll work. But I didn't really consider the ramifications of having to remove it in the new tower because somebody gave me a absolutely beautiful Haven HS420 tower. But it does mean that this is going to be a little bit of work for me to pull the SSD back out. That's actually worth considering. Now that you mention it, I didn't actually think about that. Let's see. Can I I might even be able to just disable the device in the device manager, huh? Yeah.
Approaching next station. If this is your stop, please prepare to disembark.
Where you at? Drives. 980 Pro. Disable device.
Please clear the hatch.
Make sure that's the right one. Yes. Okay. We'll try that. We'll just disable it and see if that, because if it never, oh no! We got distracted. I haven't had any problems with my CPU, so knock on wood. Hopefully I won't. Took an extra ride. I did get distracted. My game just froze up. My camera didn't, but my game definitely did. Star Citizen has stopped running unexpectedly. Which one? I mean, I'm running the 12900K, I think it is. I haven't had any problems with it, and I am pretty terrible about leaving my PC running like all the time. You just crashed desktop? Yeah, I suspected it was a server thing. Oh, it's a generation thing. Yeah, I don't know. I got mine 2 years ago. It was November. October, somewhere just in between August and December is when I built this rig that my community paid for because they're awesome. Believe it was newer than the Intels that were having problems. Yeah, I haven't any issue other than that SSD crapping out on me. It was kind of like, Arr! All right. Well, we'll be back in the hab, but that's fine. We haven't lost anything yet. Man, it's Tuesday. It's almost Turkey Day. I gotta make me some cornbread and dry out some white bread today. It's RSI Day, isn't it? Let's see. I lost my open in new window. Where's my schedule? Today is the 26th, so we get a POA. No. Yeah, RSI. RSI starts in the next 25 minutes. I definitely want the medical URSA. Of course, I have one, but it's bought in game right now. Medical URSA is super useful. Speaking of medical, I want the medical Terrapin. I think I'm going to have to CCU one of those with store credit. No new money for me. I'm too broke for that. But, yeah, RSI today. People will be, there'll be Polari everywhere. Everybody will be renting one. All the free fly people will be flying the Polaris, going, oh my God, look at this big ship. It's so cool. And they'll be just abandoned across the universe. I'm going to visit IAE here. Oh, God. I'm still in the shuttle, and we're about to get off where we need to get off. Good deal.
Passengers, the shuttle is preparing to depart.
Let me out. Because I need to make sure it registers the fact that I visited IAE, so we're going to go there pretty soon anyway. Yeah, I absolutely am going to grab the medical Terrapin as long as it's, not stupid. I do wish that the medical Terrapin had a weapon/tool rack. I kind of would prefer that it had a proper cot to sleep in. You can double up in the med bed and log out with it. That's what I was seeing before in PTU. But it would make more sense to have, because, you're really talking about an emergency vehicle that you should be able to just stay in. I like my Cuddy Red. At least they fixed the med bed. But I love the model of the Terrapin. It's very cool. The turtle is, I just like the aesthetics. Although, in truth, what I'm really waiting for is my Apollo, right? Give me my medevac, and then we're all good. Might try and save up for it in game, yeah. Heavy armor ambulance, exactly. Gib elevator. Gibbet. It does seem strange. I mean, the Cuddy Red's got 4 beds and 2 med beds. I mean, it is larger. Oh, come on. Come on, this is my residence. You know, you made me wait for the elevator. You should just have my damn button already. Piece of crap. Appreciate the follow, Firewolf. But yeah, I'll probably do some FPS stuff in the Medipin for a while. And since it is a tier 2 medbed, then we'll have to do less backspacing.
Welcome to the ASOP.
It's, you know what, to be perfectly honest, watching streamers be tortured by Star Citizen is one of the best ways to participate in Star Citizen. Because, I mean, you know, it's a buggy experience. Don't get me wrong, Star Citizen can be absolutely amazing. There are times where you're like, yes, this is exactly what I pledged for. And then 5 minutes later, you're rage quitting. Because, I mean, that's just the nature of the beast, man. All right, we got both of the saber types stored. Let's try one of these other paints, because they're supposed to work, and I don't think they do yet. Saber, livery. All right, we know this one's been broken. Oh no, that's one of the racing ones. Well, that's fine. We'll try. We want to try that one if it actually works, but I don't think it will. And then on the Firebird, these will probably work. I want to see the green one. All right.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
Yes, exactly. I mean, you know, the last time that I hard rage quit was about 9 months ago. And I took a break from streaming. As a result, I took a break from Star Citizen for 6 months. I was like, no, I'm done. And then, of course, CitizenCon came up, and I got wound up again, and I'm like, all right, well, let's get back to it. We'll check it out, see how things are going. And I mean, you know, some of it's better. I'm not going to say there aren't improvements, but there's just a lot of stuff that continues to be absolutely terrible. And I'm looking forward to the coming year with the new tech coming in and situations improving, and I hate it when the shader is broken. This is kind of basic shit. I don't understand. It's like every other time I log in, I go to my hangar and this shader is broken. Oh, hey, look. That paint looks like it's working. Congratulations, Amy. Does that fleet manager have an HD? Yeah, it does look to me like it does. All right, so this one, this paint does actually apply to the regular saber. The weapons rack is still screwed up, though. Grr, CIG, come on, man. Well, I kind of like it. I'm glad to have a proper black and red paint. I mean, the stock paint is fine, but I kind of like it. It is it's one of the paints in the Saber Peregrine collection.